Hello, welcome to another Sleepover podcast from your friends at 4ZZZ FM. Thank you for downloading and thanks for listening and thanks for supporting Brisbane's community radio station 4ZZZ. No Jodie this week. Of course, Jodie was away last week with her commitments there to the Queensland synchronised swimming team. Bit of an incident earlier in the week. The synchronised swimming team were embroiled in a sort of hostage-style situation, much like the film Under Siege. I don't know if you've seen that one. It was very similar circumstances. In fact, Steven Seagal had to. He was actually working as a chef because obviously now the movie work has sort of died on its arse a little bit for him. He does that again in his spare time. Luckily, he was on hand to sort of rescue the situation. Obviously, she's still a bit sort of stressed about it, so I just said, look, don't worry about the show this week. So she's having a bit of time off, so that's fine. Charlie Rico is back with us, Hawaii's finest surfer, and she was on hand to fill in, and a wonderful job she did. Yeah, so thanks for listening. We have just started a YouTube channel. You can go and check that out. We put the Bob Catter interview up from last week, and I just logged on now to check how it's doing, and we're on 61 views with 1 dislike. I hope that's not Bob Catter himself who's disliked that one. Maybe he was a bit concerned he'd sort of overshared a little bit maybe in our interview. Could be. So yeah, feel free, log on to that. Maybe just search for the Sleepover or just type in Bob Catter interview if you want to relive our interview with him that was in last week's podcast. As always, you can get hold of these podcasts via the 4ZZZ website, which is www.4ZZZFM.org.au. I'll be back at the end to say goodbye. So thank you. Here is the Sleepover. 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 It's fantastic. Sleepover. Really, really quite good. Sleepover. I listen to it in my pajamas. Sleepover. Because I'm normally, asleep. You've been in the wars, haven't you there, Charlie? Yeah.
It's been a big accident week.
How are your bleeding knees?
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
I used to, when I was a kid, I'd come home from playing football, you just jump around all over the place and you used to get scabs on your knees, and I've not had them since I was about 10 or something. Yeah. That's a proper old school scab on the knee, that.
The story behind my hideous knee is we were at work, someone came in and said, hey, Ross Noble is in the building. Yeah. Now everybody loves Ross Noble.
Everyone loves Ross Noble.
He's a great guy.
He is.
I've never met him.
No.
So I was so excited that I jumped up and pretended that I was going to run out and find Ross Noble. So I did a little bit of the Laurel and Hardy running, sort of in place.
You weren't pretending. It was a burst of energy there.
It was. Let's be honest. There was no faking about it. I was pretty excited. Jumped up, came running around this corner, and slipped.
Stacked it
hard. Then was laughing so hysterically, I didn't realize how badly I'd actually hurt myself.
You were laughing. I've never seen you laugh so much. You were laughing for about a good sort of 15, 20 minutes or so.
Tears were running down my face.
Was that pain, or was that was genuine just from laughing so much?
Embarrassment, and also I did put on a lot of mascara that day. I don't know, I was having a bit of a drag queen moment. So, Alice Cooper sort of channeled himself into my face. And one of the ladies in the building said to me, that scrape on your knee is so big, we don't have any Band-Aids to fit that. You're going to have to go to the front desk. You're going to have to go talk to security, get a bigger bandage. So walk to security, my knee's bleeding, I've got mascara running down my face.
Yeah.
And who walks up but Ross Noble and says to me, am I meant to give you my security pass? Now I'm trying to be cool, just laughed it off. It's like, ha ha ha. He was with one of our other mutual friends who just looked at me like, what the hell has happened
Did he
to
look
you?
at you sort of sympathetically? Were you sort of grabbing your knee at this point?
No, I was being cool, man.
Yeah, cool.
I was
You got to
hiding the knee away.
Yeah.
You know, I sort of felt like I was going to vomit a little bit. Then when I got the enormous patch to cover the bleeding knee, went into the bathroom, looked at my face and just thought, wow, Jem. Yeah, what a beauty.
Yes.
I should have, maybe given the backstory, but I think I was sweating so profusely from embarrassment. I just wanted him to go away and stop looking at me.
Ben and Jodie, the sleepover.
Okay. Are we on? Or is this thing on? Thanks, Ben. This is Ricky King, King of the Road, with the latest 4ZZZ traffic update. We're getting a lot of messages regarding this tiger which has been let loose in Urongpilly. It looks like the animal was dissatisfied with the Wi-Fi connection at Dunkin' Donuts and is now going completely batshit crazy. Thanks to Dodgeball, Kim, John Well, and Mr. Busty for your messages on that. It looks like the RSPCA are now on the scene trying to coax the animal back into its cage using a medium decaf latte. We'll keep you posted on how they get on. While a guy calling himself Keira Knightley's Chin has just sent us a message on Twitter saying he's finally invented the flying car. He'll be testing it out later today on the Story Bridge, so expect to see a heavy police presence southbound towards Kangaroo Point later this afternoon. There will also be huge numbers of people trying to record the carnage on their smartphones, so watch out for tailbacks and assholes. That's your update for now, folks. More in an hour. Do you watch the show Please Marry My Boy? You heard of this show?
I've actually was forced to watch a few minutes of it at a friend's house recently.
Forced? In a sort of Clockwork Orange style?
It was like the room just went silent, and it was sort of like the death stares were being given, as in like, shut up, because this
really,
show...
because everyone was just...
riveting. And I was tempted to just poke out my own eyeballs with a fork.
The general concept, if no one's heard this, it's a regular dating show. They have about, I think the show starts off with about 10 girls to choose from. There's about 3 guys there. But the dates and the interactions with the girls are completely controlled by the boy's mother. The girls have got to liaise directly with the mum, and if you get in the mum's good books, then, you get more time with the boy.
But what I found particularly disturbing about the few minutes that I watched is then the mum, watches them on their date while she's, sitting in bed with a laptop. Does anyone think that's...
Yeah, they rig up the dates with secret cameras, and the mum can watch the dates unfold. It's a weird thing. The guys that they have on there as well, they're not sort of socially inept. I'm sure they do pretty well, out and about without having their mum needed to necessarily control the whole situation.
But maybe it's the whole thing where the mum doesn't approve of the girls that are being brought home and thinks that she can make a better choice.
They're doing another version of it called Please Marry My Mum. They've reverted it. Yeah, it's a new thing they're doing. It's similar concept, but that's where the boys, the sons, have to choose prospective father-in-laws for their mum. And I actually managed to get hold of a trailer for the next show. So here's Please Marry My Mum. Next week on Please Marry My Mum. Liam has strict words with his potential stepfather, Vinny. Look, I just can't believe you spent the whole date with Mum watching the horse racing, then ordering a counter meal which you then made her pay for. What's that, you muppet, you slag? No one tells me how to run my life. You got it, sunshine. You do it again and I'll knock your block off your nuts. Marianne has a change of heart over retired postman Jeff.
He told me the last time he had sex was 2 years ago. And that was with a tree.
The sons get more than they bargained for when they are offered a front row seat and made to watch their mother's dates. Oh, God, Christ, Jesus. The whole top's come off, it's just leaking everywhere. I'm a bit of a collector.
Oh, Oh, really? What sort of things?
It's mostly surgical equipment.
Well, a little birdie told me you were once a great dancer.
Yeah, I learnt it in prison. Jacob and his mum Cindy are unsure of Bob's intentions.
It's just ever since day one you've had a problem with him.
He was going through your purse.
Well, he told me he was trying to find a pair of my undies.
And Sam gives potential father-in-law Murray some fashion advice for his first date. Oh my god, you can't wear a singlet into a restaurant. They won't let you in. Aye, well, we're getting a fucking Subway then, because I've had it with this fucking show. Only on Please Marry My Mum.
Came across this website the other night that can help you figure out what your ghetto name is going to be.
Okay.
Okay, so Ben.
Yeah. How does this work then? So you just put in your full name.
No, it's just like it's the alphabet, and then based on the letter,
Yeah.
it's a sound,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So Ben is Nineta.
Nineta.
That your ghetto name.
Nineta. I like that. How are we spelling that?
Ninayta.
Nineta.
Yeah.
That's ace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I've got a ghetto name, it earns me more respect then, I suppose, does it, in the
It
hood?
kind of makes you sound like a girl. I don't know.
Nineta. But maybe that's how I fool, rival gangs, as they sort of think,
they
oh,
think-
Nineta.
oh,
she's
she's
some kind of hoe.
Yeah.
And then
you
bang,
rock up,
whack out an Uzi.
and they're like, he's a skinny white English guy.
Yeah, but he means business.
He means business.
He is not messing around.
No.
That's what they'll think. What's your ghetto name, Charlie?
This
do you have
can
one?
be a bit harder. It's Kila Shah.
These are just noises, aren't they? These are just random noises, essentially.
Pretty much. But my name's too long. Whereas what is it?
So you can't pronounce your own gangster name.
Girl Obama. Key. Oh no.
Obama.
Me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm confused. I don't even know what any of this means.
Yeah, I mean they were just random noises, weren't they?
Yeah,
It's kind
but
of
like
do, re, mi,
in
fa.
the ghetto name alphabet, Barack Obama those are the noises for K and L.
We should maybe form a gang now that we've got the gang names sorted, like a sort of sleepover posse.
Like a bicycle gang.
Guess all we need now is sort of an arsenal of weaponry.
Just some bicycles and our middle fingers, because
Yeah, big time.
that's what a gang is about.
Could we be like a nice, polite gang? We're quite nice people, though. Can you have like
I'm not
maybe just
nice.
people who? But you could be the rebel of the group, you know.
Yeah.
But essentially, just generally, going around helping, maybe help old ladies.
That's
with
not
their
a
shopping.
gang. That's a community group.
You are listening to the Sleepover.
Wow! Wasn't that lovely? Great. So that was a good show. Thank you, Charlie Rico, for your help in the past couple of weeks. That's great. She's done a marvelous job there filling in for Jodie. Jodie is, of course, back next week, where business resumes as normal. We have a Twitter page. If you're not following us yet, then why the hell not? Get on there, and it's at Sleepover4ZZZ. And we do live tweeting throughout the show, and we put up little random thought bubbles every now and then throughout the week as well. So be sure to keep in touch with us that way. You can always respond during the show, and we'll read your tweets out, and any requests as well that you have for songs that you might want to hear. Also, we got the usual Facebook. Just search for the Sleepover with Ben and Jodie. We should come up there. If you like our page, we share lots of nice stuff on there as well throughout the week, which is great. Jodie's back again next week. Thanks, guys, for downloading, for listening and supporting 4ZZZ, Brisbane's finest community radio station. We're back again next week. Take care, guys. Have a good week. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.